Sophie Elsworth. Sophie, this has been dubbed the biggest defamation case in recent history, a sensational finding against Ben Roberts-Smith today. Is this victory for Nine very decisive?
Well, Sharri, I think it's a victory for the media overall, but yes, particularly Nine, because when media outlets take on these types of stories, they obviously involve an awful lot of investigative work and a lot of risk, because you can face court when someone disputes what is being written about you. And we'll see, or we have seen, that the amounts flown around today, I think you said earlier in your program, perhaps $25 to $30 million in legal fees on this case alone. So I think it's a win for the media overall, but some incredible journalism there by the reporters Chris Masters and Nick McKenzie involved in this. And Sharri, this is making global headlines all around the world. It's leading the BBC website as we speak, and it's all across global headlines at the moment.
Look, it's interesting because in this climate, when the media industry is doing it tough overall, fewer people are buying newspapers, advertising is down from what it was a decade ago. You know, legal threats do have an impact. So this would give media companies, investigative journalists more confidence, perhaps, to pursue stories that are in the public interest, even though they might be legally risky.
Well, Sharri, you would hope that that would be the result of today's findings and judgment that's been handed down. Obviously, we haven't seen the full judgment, but yes, you would hope that it gives media outlets confidence to fight these stories that are in the public interest. But remembering Ben Roberts-Smith, as you said, did have the backing of Kerry Stokes and assistance with his financial fees. Defamation is expensive for all parties. The complainant and, in this case, the media companies involved. So it's a very hefty financial situation to put yourselves in, and a lot is at stake here. So, you know, I think media outlets are always overly cautious, and we see that with all of our work that always goes through tough legal checks to try and minimise the legal risks of situations such as this.
People looking at this case and looking at how much money Ben Roberts-Smith might be up for, given his barrister Arthur Moses did indicate, the lawyers acting for Channel 9 did indicate they might be pursuing costs either from Ben Roberts-Smith or a third party, presumably Kerry Stokes. You know, would this act as a deterrent for other people who are thinking about taking defamation action against the media?
Absolutely it would, Sharri. I mean, a lot of people don't have millions of dollars in the bank. They don't have the backing of millionaires or billionaires to help fund their case. So yes, it is a deterrent. Following defamation, taking defamation action is often not followed through because people just realise it's so expensive to do that. So absolutely, there's a risk involved for both parties on either side of defamation cases.
All right, Sophie Elsworth, media writer for The Australian, and we look forward to reading your coverage of this topic in Monday's media section.